Breaking news, my dear child. At this moment, I tell you, you must let go of your obsession with that person. After enduring this cruel upheaval, they can never return to how they were before. Last night, I witnessed the collapse of their world. Its devastation far surpasses anything you could imagine. The certainty, security, and refuge they once held dear turned to dust in an instant. I saw the weight of loss bear down upon them, heavier than any burden they've ever carried. Child, this weight will leave an indelible mark upon their very souls. When they gaze into the mirror, they will feel the emptiness, that fissure no embrace, no words, no promise can ever fully mend. Your heart yearns to embrace them, to shield them from such pain, but I must tell you now, the journey ahead is one only they can walk. They must traverse this darkness to understand the meaning of loss. And you, beloved one, must learn to release your tight grip, even as your heart screams in resistance. What they have lost is but the beginning of the suffering I have witnessed. This upheaval has snatched away something vital from their lives, a fragility only recognized once it's gone. I have witnessed the tremors in their souls, vibrations that pierce every thought, every breath, reshaping how they perceive the world. The security they once knew, the innocence of their trust, even the lightness of their laughter, all now bear the imprint of what has been stolen. They may still speak and laugh, but beneath the surface, shadows will follow them, whispering doubts and fears they never knew. Child, this is not weakness, but transformation. They are becoming those who must bear burdens you cannot share. I tell you, as you watch them traverse this pain, you will feel a distance growing between your hearts, a chasm that even longing and love cannot fully bridge. Yet what they have lost is but the beginning of what I have seen. I know how desperately you wish to turn back time, erase this moment, shield them from the harsh truth. But beloved, this cannot be undone. The events are etched into their very being, every memory, every heartbeat will be touched. They will wake in the night, haunted by unanswerable questions, and even you may not be able to soothe them. Yet, my child, do not despair, for I am within this very fracture. When their courage falters, I will silently support them. Yet the chasm between your shared past and this new reality will widen. In moments of silence, in the absence of intimacy you long to reclaim but cannot find, you will feel this distance. My child, the path ahead will test your hearts in ways you cannot yet imagine. My chosen people, this impact is not fleeting. It echoes like an unquenchable bell. I see them stumbling through their thoughts, familiar landscapes warped into alien territories. Their choices will bear the shadow of loss, at first faint, then undeniable, as they navigate a world suddenly distorted. They may reach out to you, but that connection is different now, altered in ways that cannot be undone. Child, I tell you this is not punishment, but awakening. Though you yearn to mend the past, to reclaim what was, you must let the torrent of change flow freely. To cling now would suffocate both souls. And what they lose is but the tip of the iceberg I see. I witness their once unwavering trust now trembling like fragile glass. They will scrutinize every relationship, every word spoken, every promise made, seeking a comfort no longer found in familiarity. Child, you may feel rejected, confused, even abandoned, but know this is not a reflection of your love. It is the imprint of a heart transforming, a heart that must be tempered in the fire of experience. I tell you this, however agonizing, your love for them must transform into a more selfless form, no longer clinging to the past, but honoring the present. Child, the distance between you will grow wider, carrying lessons neither of you fully understands yet. My dear, I have witnessed those sleepless nights, those lingering questions, those invisible wounds deepening with time. Where they once felt invincible, now they feel fragile, even invisible. And you, my child, will notice their shifting gaze, their restrained smiles, the unprecedented guard in their laughter. It is these subtle shifts that reveal the true weight of what has happened. I tell you, it is futile to demand the return of the past. Child, you must let go of the need to control and protect, trusting that I am guiding them through this storm. What they have lost is but the beginning of what I see. I know your heart yearns for familiar comfort, to embrace those you love and promise all remains as before. But my dearest, all has changed. They will carry new awareness, an understanding of fragility, an appreciation of impermanence, and the sharp edges of human vulnerability. My child, this is not cruelty, but truth, and the path they must walk. I tell you, resisting reality only deepens your sorrow. Instead, I ask you to hold fast to the belief that letting go is not abandonment, but honoring and love the journey they must walk alone. Child, the path before them will be strewn with challenges beyond words. You have witnessed those lonely moments, when they are deep in solitude, thoughts surging without resolution, former comforts seeming like distant stars. You may wish to fill the void with your presence, but I tell you this, for those we love most, certain landscapes must be traversed alone. Your mission now is not to mend, but to witness, to honor their struggle without interference. Hear me, child, the distance growing between you holds sacred meaning. It is a refining process, one that will reveal over time how it reshapes both your hearts. What they have lost is but the beginning of what I see, dear one. The loss they feel pierces not merely an emotional void, but the very core of their being. I witness it manifest in subtle ways: hesitation, wariness, an unquenchable thirst, and that fragile yet resilient tenacity. Child, you may not recognize them, may mourn the familiar faces you once knew, but know this: I am always with you both. Even as they stumble forward, I guide their steps; as you strive to understand, I guard your struggling heart. Child, there will come a moment when letting go feels unbearable, when every instinct urges you to cling tight. But I tell you, only by releasing can true rebirth occur. I see your tears, child, and hear your whispered prayers in the darkness, seeking answers that may not come immediately. Yet I listen ever, paving the unknown path before you. That upheaval reshapes your soul, reborn in forms you cannot yet imagine, bearing wisdom tempered by hardship, resilience forged in fire, and a spirit that knows life's fragility. My dear, the path you walk with them now will transform into a journey of patience, faith, and surrender. What they have lost is but the beginning of what I see. Childhood memories. I know the stabbing pain in your heart, how every thought of that person brings anguish unlike any you've known. I see you replaying that moment in your mind, yearning, hoping, imagining a different outcome. But dear one, the past cannot be rewritten, nor can the pain be erased. What has happened has opened a door. Though your love longs to accompany them, they must walk through it alone. Their hearts have been torn to places beyond comprehension, and no gentlest touch can fully heal those wounds. They will wake in the silent night, confronting truths that distort their self-perception, and you will feel powerless, for you cannot stop this. Yet, child, this is not abandonment, but tempering. I am teaching them resilience, patience, and the quiet courage born of unmasked suffering. What they lose is merely the beginning of the world as I see it, dear one. You may feel betrayed by the changes you witness, their laughter no longer light, their eyes frozen with unanswerable questions. I tell you, this is not rejection, nor a diminishment of their love for you. It is the reflection of their new reality. Trust becomes uneasy, joy tinged with shadow. They will reach out to you, my child, but sometimes their touch will feel distant, as if part of them traverses a world you cannot enter. I have seen them battle doubts that gnaw at their souls, struggle against grief that saturates every thought, and walk alongside the silent, comfortless loneliness of sorrow. My dear child, the urge to hold them close and restore the past must now be replaced by a greater conviction, to honor their journey with reverence, to let go with faith, and to trust the path I guide you toward. My child, the path ahead holds trials beyond imagination. I have witnessed those curled-up nights. They trembled at the loss of beloved ones, shuddered at the world's fleeting cruelty, and were left only as shattered remnants. This upheaval stripped away all illusions, forcing them to confront the fragile essence of what they once believed eternal. As if a great curtain were drawn back, revealing truths both terrifying and inescapable. You will witness their struggles, their hesitations, and their thirst for solace that this world cannot fully quench. Yet, beloved, I tell you, this is a sacred transformation. Through suffering they learn resilience, in loss they gain clarity. And I remain hidden in the shadows, whispering courage into their ears, guiding them through the darkness. When you are ready to understand that this love has ascended to a higher plane, no longer clinging, but letting go, you will realize, what they have lost is but the beginning of the revelation I see. My dear child, I witness their souls questioning, exploring, and shattering old boundaries of understanding. Every familiar routine, every simple comfort, every word that once held certainty now trembles under the weight of reshaping their perceptions. They are no longer the figures you once embraced, my child. You must accept this truth, even as it pierces your soul. Their hearts will carry a subtle weariness, born of sudden loss. But I tell you, this is not failure, it is awakening. And I am ever present, dwelling in every pause, every glance, every silent gaze that speaks understanding. They need space, patience, and quiet love, the kind that does not demand restoration but honors transformation. Child, the path ahead will test your faith, your loyalty, and your willingness to let go of the life you once envisioned together. I know how your heart yearns for familiar warmth, how it longs to renew past bonds, how it silently prays for the one who must return. But dear one, the one you love now walks a road you cannot tread for them. I tell you this, true growth will blossom from this separation. Your beloved must learn to navigate pain, confront fear, and rebuild a shattered soul without leaning on former shelter. My child, your mission is not to repair, rescue, or reclaim what has already changed. It is to patiently guard the present moment, trust in my guidance, and allow the necessary space for transformation. Though the pain may be unbearable, though longing pierces like needles, know this: every tear, every sigh, every moment of resistance has been seen, held, and guided by my hand. What they have lost is but the threshold of what I behold. Beloved, I see them retreat at times, enveloped in silence, the weight of that event hanging like an invisible barrier between you. Your yearning to mend the rift and return to what was will encounter resistance, not by choice, but by necessity. Hear me, my child, this is the sacred act of divine order. In solitude, they are learning to hear the faint whisper I speak to their souls. In separation, your heart will come to understand a surrender, patience, and trust beyond the ordinary. Even when you feel abandoned, lost, or despairing, I remain ever present, holding both your hearts, shaping this trial into a path of spiritual refinement. Child, this growing distance is not punishment, but preparation for something far greater than you can now imagine. I know your thoughts linger on that moment, how it forever altered the foundation of your shared story. Those images, feelings, and unanswered questions will haunt you, yet beloved, this is the weaving of a higher design. I tell you, my child, the rift you see is not an end, but a gateway. Your beloved will emerge reborn from the shadows forged in this night, tempered, bearing wisdom only suffering can bestow. And you, my chosen one, will be reborn with deeper empathy, greater resilience, and richer spiritual depth. What they have lost is but the threshold of the realm I behold. Beloved, I have witnessed how souls silently bear the weight of events, the hesitations and choices, the lingering doubts and trust, the silent vigilance and connection. They no longer move with former swiftness, love with former freedom, or embrace hope with former carelessness. Yet my child, this is not a curse, but preparation for a more abundant life, one woven with awareness, compassion, and clarity. Your instincts may urge you to pull them back onto old paths, but I tell you now, letting go is sacred surrender, a complete entrusting to a plan you cannot yet see. Child, the years ahead will test your patience, faith, and courage in ways you cannot yet foresee. I know the yearning churning within you, the pain of what has been lost, and your hope that time might reverse the wounds and restore what once was. Dear one, your heart is pure, yet the path before you now demands you learn to let go. I tell you, my child, wisdom lies in surrender, strength is found in faith. When all things unfold according to divine design, freedom follows. Though your heart resists, though distance stretches, though sorrow tempts despair, I am weaving lessons of resilience, endurance, and self-discovery. What they have lost is but the beginning of what I see. My child, I see the questions that trouble you. Can they ever be as they were? Can our love endure this change? How do I go on when I feel powerless? Dear one, these questions are the threshold to understanding. Those you love will not return unchanged, their souls have been touched by the shadow of loss, forever altered, yet made stronger by it. I tell you, this is not meaningless tragedy, but the tempering of souls. Now you walk with them on a journey woven of trust, surrender, and patience, waiting for transformation to unfold in time. Child, though the path ahead is veiled in mist, it is brightened by my presence. What they have lost is but the beginning of what I see. My beloved child, you are stepping into the chapter of the story, where silence becomes speech, and the air between you and those you love grows heavy, almost sacred, yet fragile enough to suffocate. I see you sitting across from them, words trembling on your lips, yet finding none that can bridge the chasm. This is not your fault, but the sacred reverberation of wounds yet to heal. They carry not only the memory of events, but the weight of every dream and belief crushed beneath the pressure. My child, whenever you reach out to them and meet hesitation, know it is not rejection, but the tremor of souls attempting to rebuild themselves from shards. I stand guard between your outstretched hands and their retreating hearts. I am the witness, the guardian, the orchestrator who transforms this distance into a blessing for both souls. My dear, I tell you, as time flows, the silence will deepen before dawn, and within that stillness, you will hear truths once too heavy to bear. What they have lost is but the beginning of what I have seen. My dear, there will be nights when they lie awake, eyes open yet blind to the light, their thoughts wandering through memory's corridors, paths you cannot follow. In those moments, you may feel yourself fading from their story, as if watching them drift toward a horizon forever beyond your reach. But my child, despair not, you are not vanishing, but being carefully placed. I am leading them through the valley of deep shadow, and guiding you toward a place of strength where you may stand unaided. They are severing what no longer serves the path ahead, a pain beyond words, yet essential for what is to come. You cannot save them from this pruning, for it is my work, sacred and unalterable. Child, though you yearn to be their anchor, now you must learn to be a witness, replacing the posture of rescuer with silent companionship and faithful intercession. What they lose is but the beginning of what I see. I have seen how this upheaval disrupts the rhythm of your lives. Conversations that once flowed like rivers now stumble over hesitant stumbling blocks. Trust that once came effortlessly now requires courage to express. Child, this is the unseen aftershock of trauma. It rearranges the furnishings of the heart, forcing two souls to grope their way through unfamiliar rooms. My dear, you will notice their hesitation before speaking, their guarded thoughts, the answers they seek in their eyes yet never find. This is not a lack of love for you, but a fear that their pain is too heavy, even for you to bear. Child, I warn you, do not force your way into their wounds. Pause at the threshold and wait for an invitation, for this waiting itself is an offering of love. Child, one day this patience will unlock doors no force could open, but before that, the agony of waiting will test you as never before. Beloved, I see you weeping in secret, hands pressed to your face as if to shield your sorrow from me. My child, nothing in this world escapes my sight, every tear you shed falls into the palm of my hand. I know your whispered questions when no one hears. Why this fate? Why them? Why us? These inquiries are older than time itself. Though I do not blame your doubt, I must tell you, some answers are not explanations, but transformations. The cruel events that reshape your life are not destruction, but revelation, revealing the resilience within them, revealing the depth of your soul. This journey is arduous, I never called it easy. I call it sacred, for this very shattering is my hands molding two souls to bear a weight far greater than before. Child, the truth forged in this brokenness does not reveal itself abruptly, but through fragments, flashes, and sudden moments of stillness amid the grief. Child, sometimes their eyes may seem hollow, and you may feel you face strangers wearing the masks of those you love. This is the price of awakening. They are shedding the old skin you once knew, and the new form will feel unfamiliar for a time. Dear one, do not fear this transformation, for it is guided by my hand. Just as a seed must crack its shell to sprout, just as dawn must pierce the darkness, their souls must fracture to reveal hidden strength. You cannot stop this process, you can only honor it, trust it, and let it unfold naturally. Listen to me, my child, in the space where you feel estranged, I am sowing seeds of resilience, faith, and compassion. They will blossom when the time is right. And my child, the blossoming will bear little resemblance to the seed. What they lose is merely the beginning of what I see. You will find, dear one, that their conversations with each other shift from building dreams to silently surviving. They no longer speak freely of the future as they once did, preoccupied only with enduring each day. This is not a rejection of you, but a reflection of their wounded vision of the future. Child, you must learn to stand quietly by their side, no longer clinging to the blueprint of tomorrow we once drew together. In this place, your faith must grow beyond the outcome. It must take root in me, in my unseen plan. They will find hope again, but first they must traverse the season of the unknown, dismantling the scaffolding that once held up their world. My dear, I tell you, love's trial is harshest now, not when all is bright, but when all is dark. Child, this darkness will linger longer than you wish, yet it is not eternal. I see you striving to be their beacon, pouring yourself into filling their emptiness, filling every silent moment with words of comfort. Yet my child, there will come a time when even your light seems faint, unable to pierce their shadows. Dear one, this is not your fault. It is the mystery of healing. It often unfolds in hidden places, in dark corners where even love cannot reach. Trust me, though you cannot see, I am at work, though you cannot hear, I am speaking, though you cannot feel, I am guarding. The soul of the one you love is being reshaped. Sometimes the scaffolding obscures the beauty being built. Child, this beauty will take longer to reveal than you wish, but it is worth the wait. Dear one, the event that tore apart their life also tore apart your understanding of love, your clinging to safety, your illusion of eternal security for what you cherish. This too is your refining journey. You are not a bystander, you are being shaped, stretched, and deepened. My child, your tears are prayer, your waiting is worship, your obedience is seed sown in the soil of eternity. Dear one, I tell you this, every moment of confusion, every inch of bone-deep pain, every ounce of perseverance, I have gathered and treasured it all. All things have their purpose. Child, even as you feel you are losing them, you are gaining a deeper understanding of love, love that knows how to let go, love that grows stronger with time, love that trusts beyond what is seen. I know you wonder when this season will end, when distance will dissolve, when your hearts will beat in unison again. My dear, This is the mystery of transformation. The one who crosses to the other shore is no longer the one who first stepped in, and neither are you. You will all be changed, and in this change lies both pain and promise. I tell you, my child, do not fear the unfamiliar, for it is the birthplace of my new work. The valley you walk through now prepares you for a summit yet unseen. Child, that mountaintop holds not only restoration but the revelation of your true identity in me. Dear one, as days become weeks, and weeks become months, you may feel that event has carved an eternal chasm between you. But I tell you, child, this chasm is a passageway, not a wall. Passing through this doorway, you are being led into deeper waters, to faith unshaken by storms, to love that no longer clings to illusions of control. Your mission now is to trust completely, to surrender wholly, allowing me to write a story beyond your imagination. Child, what they have lost is but the beginning of what I see. What I plan is far greater than what was taken. My beloved child, now is the time to grasp the true meaning of letting go. This is not a cold severance, nor a cruel abandonment, but a sacred entrusting of life to the torrent of my will. When you place your beloved in the palm of my hand, it is not cast into emptiness, but placed in the only embrace vast enough to bear its pain. I have seen how you cling, trying to hold back what has already happened with your arms, attempting to erase the curse cast upon them by the shadows of night with your words. But dear one, your arms cannot build walls against destiny, nor can your words erase what has already been wrought. Yet your surrender can accomplish what clutching cannot. It creates space for my spirit to act, allowing healing to sprout naturally in its own time. Therefore, I urge you, my child, to gently release your tight grip and trust in the unseen hand that holds you both. Child, though it feels like loss, this is the first step toward love that transcends fear. What they lose is but the beginning of what I see, dearest. Letting go may seem unnatural at first. You will want to rush into their pain, to mend, soothe, make amends, reclaim. But child, I tell you now, in this season, the more you try to hold on, the more their souls will withdraw, not in resistance, but because the cocoon of transformation needs solitude. They tremble like fledgling butterflies in the dark, dissolving the old self so the new may emerge. If the cocoon is torn open too soon, the wings will never form. I understand the timing, the temperature, and the delicate process of metamorphosis. Your mission now is to trust, to pray, and to offer love from a distance that honors their journey. Child, the sense of distance you feel now will become a testament to the power of your faith. What they lose is merely the beginning of the grand vision I see. My chosen child, understand this. Letting go is not the end of love, but unconditional love, unwavering, undemanding, unconcerned with outcomes matching your will. This love is deep enough to set them free to become themselves. You may not recognize them at first. Their voices may sound different, their eyes reflecting new horizons, their life center shifting like shifting sands beneath their feet. Dear one, fear not. This is not the end of bonds, but the beginning of transformation. When you entrust them to me, you declare, Father, I trust your plan above my own fears. I tell you, child, this trust will become a seed. I will water it with grace, patience, and unseen blessings until it bursts forth into a harvest beyond your present imagination. Child, this harvest will surpass the seed itself, even if now your hands hold only empty earth. Beloved child, I know your heart is torn, yearning for closeness while knowing you must step back. This is the tension of surrender. Like walking a tightrope over an abyss, yet I am beneath your feet, above your head, and all around you, supporting every step. They will interpret your letting go as space, not indifference. They may even feel relief. The weight of your unspoken expectations matches their sorrow. By stepping back, you give them oxygen to breathe anew. You allow them to be utterly broken, without pretending to be whole. In this sacred space of grace, I am at work. I am weaving threads of courage into their souls. I am preparing your heart for a future that demands resilience over nostalgia. My child, though you cannot yet see it, this act of stepping back is itself a stride toward my purpose. I see you kneeling in the night, whispering their names, pleading for me to restore them to how they were. But dear one, what you seek cannot be. They cannot return to what they were, for they have crossed a threshold none may safely pass. Yet what you may pray for, and what I will grant, is that they may heal into who they are becoming. Do not cling to old wine, wait for the new, which I am brewing now in the hidden places of their souls. Your intercession is never in vain. Every tear is a plea, every sigh an offering, every moment of letting go an act of worship. I am weaving these invisible sacrifices into a tapestry of grace that will one day drape around you both like a cloak. My child, this tapestry is still being woven, strand by strand, unseen by your eyes but held fast in my hands. Dear one, in this season, obedience may mean remaining silent when you wish to speak, giving space when you long to cling, turning to prayer when you feel compelled to act. You may be asked to surrender your timetable, your expectations, even your blueprint for the future. I tell you, child, this is not punishment but an invitation. I am inviting you into deeper intimacy, an intimacy not dependent on outcomes, but rooted solely in trust. The transformation of those you love is their journey, your transformation is learning to entrust them to my care. But I assure you, what I love, whatever is entrusted into my hands, will never be lost. It may seem buried, hidden, or vanished, yet it is being prepared for resurrection. Child, the form of resurrection is never the tomb, but a life beyond your present imagination. My chosen child, may you see the beauty hidden within this pain. For too long you equated intimacy with control, existence with repair, love with clinging. But true love, the love I have modeled for you, is patient, kind, and liberating. It makes space for the other to grow, refusing to force them to remain unchanged. Now I call you into this kind of love. You may feel you are losing the other, yet you are learning to love with a purity you have never known. My love works this way, allowing, trusting, waiting, letting go. Child, this kind of love heals not only the other but also yourself. The pain you feel now is your heart expanding to a breadth it has never known. Dear child, you stand at a crossroads. One path is clinging tightly, leading only to bitterness and exhaustion, the other is surrendering completely, leading to peace and freedom. You already know my spirit is whispering which path to take. It won't be easy at first. You'll feel the pain of empty hands. You'll doubt if you've done enough, loved deeply enough, or if letting go betrays them. But I tell you, my child, letting go is not failure, it is faith. It is believing I am who I say I am. Trusting I can carry the burdens you cannot bear. Believe that I am writing a story beyond your sight. Child, with every step you take on this path, you draw nearer to the life you are destined to live, not bound by fear, but rooted in trust. Dear one, in this season of surrender, may you begin to notice the subtle signs of my presence. At first, they will appear quietly, sudden moments of stillness, a glimmer of hope in their eyes, a surge of tender comfort within your heart. These are the buds of the new season I am preparing. Nurture them with gratitude, guard them with patience, and let the thorns of despair find no foothold. My child, I have never been absent. I am closer to you now than ever before. I am not idle, but working in ways too subtle for you to trace. I am not cruel, but shaping both of you into vessels for radiant light, a brilliance beyond imagination. Be my child, for even in the longest night, the first light of dawn has already brushed the edge of the horizon. Child, as you continue this journey, remember, letting go is not farewell. It is stepping back to let my hand complete what you cannot. It is believing the story is not over, even when the current chapter is dark. It is trusting healing will come, even when the path ahead is unclear. I am the God who transforms scars into splendor, who turns dawn into dance, who etches redemption into every wound. Your surrender now is the fertile ground for that redemption. My dear, hold fast to faithfulness even in profound loneliness. Embrace hope even when the road stretches endlessly before you. Draw near to me when others withdraw. My child, the blessing approaching will not only restore what was lost but reveal the destiny that was always yours. Beloved child, now is the time to embrace the grace I have long prepared for you and your beloved. Though changed by circumstance, they are undergoing an invisible rebirth. The fire of trial is tempering their soul, making it resilient, pure, and radiant. You may sense the subtle shift in their aura, former hesitation transformed into quiet confidence, sorrow giving birth to profound understanding, the crucible of loss forging tender character. And you, my chosen child, will begin to feel a lightness in your heart, the anxious clutching at control, the desperate striving for repair, now dissolving. Every tear, every prayer, every whispered plea has been treasured in my hands, becoming a reservoir of grace that will pour into your lives in unexpected ways. Child, though the journey is long and the night dark, dawn is near. What they have lost is but the beginning of what I foresee. My dear, in the years to come, you will notice the faintest signs of revival, those nearly hidden yet carefully placed glimmers of light. Perhaps it will be laughter returning, hesitant yet genuine, perhaps fearless conversations flowing as naturally as water. Perhaps you will see them stand tall, the resilience they once longed for now rooted in their souls. These moments are not coincidences, but milestones of transformation. Child, I tell you, in every absence and estrangement you perceive, I am at work behind the scenes, weaving encounters, epiphanies, and revelations to guide your hearts toward new realms of understanding, empathy, and unwavering love. In my children, you will see that the pain of letting go is not punishment but preparation. What they have lost is merely the beginning of what I have seen. Child, understand this. Letting go is itself an act of faith. Even when the world seems silent, I am always at work. By stepping back, you open sacred space for the light of divine wisdom. You are bestowing upon them the gift of autonomy, granting them room to digest, to mourn, and to rebuild themselves along the path I have laid for them. Beloved, I tell you, the beauty about to unfold will surpass anything your mortal heart can imagine. They will emerge from these years transformed, not broken, but tempered into greater resilience and wisdom. And you, my child, will be renewed. Your heart will understand. Love is not possession but trust, not clinging but release. My dear, what they have lost is but the beginning of what I see. As you continue to watch, pray, and trust, I am preparing blessings for you, blessings that flow directly from your obedience. Every tear you shed is a seed, every moment of longing a prayer, every sigh of submission a whisper I gather, nurturing marvels within your life. I tell you, child, the abundance of these blessings will surpass imagination, peace that stills raging storms, joy that softens difficult years, and clarity that illuminates the darkest fog. You will understand, though beyond words, that the act of letting go is never in vain, but a channel through which grace pours into our lives. Child, the horizon you once feared is now the gateway to restoration. What they have lost is but the beginning of what I see. My beloved child, I long for you to feel my presence now more than ever. Even in moments when they fade from your awareness, leaving a sense of emptiness, I remain here, weaving every detail of their journey, preparing encounters, revelations, and coincidences that will lead them toward wholeness. And your heart, my child, is not forgotten. It is being refined, elevated, resonating in harmony with my purpose. Letting go is not abandonment, but surrender. This sacred entrusting will align both of you perfectly with the destiny I have ordained for life. Beloved, I tell you, the joy awaiting ahead will far surpass the pain of the present. The love you thought lost will return in richer, deeper forms beyond your current imagination. My child, prepare to undergo transformation, both outwardly and inwardly. The clarity and depth forged through trials will emerge, and in the act of letting go, you will discover patience and wisdom within. My child, this is the sacred exchange. Surrender now, reap later, release now, embrace eventually, let go now, witness miracles. I tell you, the miracle of restoration is already unfolding, unseen by the physical eye, yet perceptible to the spirit. Every moment of doubt, every pang of sorrow, every silent prayer, these are the sacred dance steps choreographed only by me. What they have lost is but the beginning of what I see. What is coming will surpass your imagination, filling your heart in ways words cannot contain. Child, the distance you endure is but temporary, a necessary pause in the symphony of your life. Your beloved ones are preparing for awakening, and your heart is being prepared to recognize, embrace, and honor this awakening. It will not come abruptly, but unfold layer by layer, like dawn slowly rising over shadowed lands. I am present in every step they take, every breath they draw, every whisper of their spirit. I tell you, beloved, when this complete restoration comes, it will not be a mere return to the past. It will be an ascent to a new realm, one that can only be attained through your willingness to trust, let go, and wait. My child, you will marvel at the blossoming beauty of new life, and what they have lost is but the beginning of what I see. Dear one, in this season of patient waiting, I am also preparing you to embrace deeper joy. The sharp, piercing sorrows of the past are but fleeting chapters in the grand tapestry I weave. Laughter shall return to your life, not as it once was, but enriched by understanding. You will experience bonds of intimacy beyond what you knew before, your heart expanding to hold a love of unprecedented depth. I tell you, my child, the grace I pour upon you is intimately tied to your obedience, your surrender, and your unwavering trust in me. Dear one, as this transformation unfolds, you will understand that letting go is not loss, but a sacred invitation, an invitation into deeper, freer, eternal love. My child, look ahead with hope, for those you love are walking a renewed path. Their souls, though transformed, are finding strength, courage, and clarity. They are learning to stand, to trust, and to navigate life with wisdom forged through hardship. And you, my beloved child, are being positioned to witness this rebirth in its fullness. You will see, the pain of the present has paved the way for joy, the shadows of loss have carved space for light, and the act of letting go has opened doors to a love more abundant than any of you could have imagined. My child, what they have lost is but the beginning of what I see, for the restoration and blessings yet to come far exceed human comprehension. My beloved child, hear my voice clearly now, though this loss feels unbearable, I am leading you toward a higher purpose and ultimate restoration. Every tear, every moment of doubt, every sigh of longing, I have gathered them all, weaving them into a magnificent tapestry of redemption, grace, and transformation. You shall be reborn more resilient, wiser, and radiant, discovering your hearts capable of loving beyond mere passion. I tell you, children, what was broken is being mended, what was lost is becoming blessing, and pain is being shaped into purpose. Beloved, trust in me, I am the God of restoration, redemption, and renewal. Your shared journey is far from over. After the season of letting go, an abundance of joy, deepening connection, and divine love await you both.